Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how are you doing? So in this ASMR video, meant for people who like football or maybe soccer, depending on which country you're from, we're going to look at the final group stage match day 3 results, check them against my predictions, and see that I'm not doing that well in my own league. I was number 3, I swear I was, and now I'm number 43, so not doing too well, but Niels de Wolf, Cortina and Strovaco, well done to you. Okay, let's see my predictions for match day 3. And while I'm here, we may as well make some round of 16 predictions as well, hey? Okay, I predicted a draw between Scotland and Hungary. I nearly got one, but for the latest goal in the history of the European Championship, I think it was 99 minutes and something seconds. Hungary, did they deserve it? It's difficult when a team counterattacks like that. They looked dangerous on the counter, but obviously Scotland were controlling the game, but they didn't have any sort of hold on the match other than they had possession, but Hungary was giving them that possession. It's a shame, isn't it? I thought Scotland was going to do a lot better in this tournament. They finished bottom. I said they would get through in second. I think this tournament, you know, had it happened a year ago, they would be, well, if it happened a year ago, Germany were terrible a year ago, they would have finished top and Germany would have finished second. But then, you know, injuries to Tierney as well, and a couple of players before the tournament, and there was a penalty shout. I do believe that it should have been given, but okay, it ended 1-0 to Hungary, late goal on the break, so I got 2 points for that, and Scotland are out. And actually, as I predicted before the tournament started, Hungary also go out, because I said that they would play well, they would pick up points, but they won't get out of the group because they won't win against anyone, and they didn't. So then we've got Switzerland against Germany. I, based on how they've been playing, changed my prediction. I said that Germany would win 2-0. They should have lost it, really, apart from a goal right at the end. Switzerland played brilliantly, so it ended 1-1. So I actually got 0 points because I didn't guess it was I didn't get anything right. I said Germany would score first. I said Füllkrug. I predicted him because I thought, oh, they'll pick him because they're already through and they'll rest a couple of players, but that's, you know, a really great performance from Switzerland. Well done to them. They did. I did say before the tournament, I said they're probably going to finish 4th in the group, but actually if they play to their potential, they could finish like 2nd, maybe even 1st, because they're so good when they want to be. So I'm glad they're going through. And obviously up until that equaliser, they were going through as 1st in the group, so... Okay, another late goal. I said that Italy would beat Croatia 2-1. Croatia, the first half was a bit back and forth and a bit boring. Second half, obviously, Croatia got that penalty. Modric had it saved by Donnarumma, brilliant save, and then immediately scored just a couple of moments later. And that carried on until the 98th minute, so the second latest goal after Hungary's in European Championship history, and that absolutely wonderful curler from Zaccagni, meaning that it was 1-1 and Modric had gone off. He was sat on the bench and the pictures of his face were just, heartbreaking, really. Awful to think that he'd done enough to get his team through, been taken off, sat on the bench. Said to them, you know, as he was going off, come on, you can do it, just hold on. And they needed to hold on like 50. Oh no, actually it was the last kick of the game, so I think it was like 3 seconds. That's the cruelty of football and the joy of football. Although, as I understand it, similar to the situations in England and Belgium, which we'll come to later on in this video, the Italians back home are not happy with the performance of this team at the minute. So there seems to be a bit of a theme going on for some of the bigger teams, but the complete opposite for the much, much smaller teams whose fans are absolutely in dreamland. I'm talking, of course, about Georgia, Romania, to an extent Slovakia, Turkey. So we'll talk about this later, but well done to Italy, but I'm not predicting that. Well, we'll come to my predictions later, but I'm not going to back Italy at the minute the way they're playing. Plucky Albania, I said 1-0 went to Spain. As I understand it, I was watching the Italian match and I didn't manage to watch both at the same time, but I was led to believe by the commentary that Albania at points were deserving of a goal and sort of all over Spain in small amounts. But for me, there's another team we'll come to in a short while actually that I'm extremely impressed with. But for me, I think if not Germany, then Spain are the teams that I'm backing to get really far in the tournament. However, we'll see the brackets later on if I've got time, and that's not possible. We're not going to have a Spain-Germany final. We'll see why in a little bit. So well done Albania, but on the night they lost and they go out, but I get 17 points. So I also predicted a 0-0 between these two teams. I know how good Poland are in defence, and I thought they would rest Mbappe for this match when I made the prediction a couple of weeks ago. Obviously they actually wanted to not rest him and to give him a bit of practice and make sure that he's ready for the knockout round. So Poland got a penalty. It was saved. Apparently it was absolutely awful. Lewandowski's got a terrible record of penalties for his national team. And then they had to retake it because the goalkeeper was off his line, and it was a terrible run-up again. Just the worst run-up imaginable. It was awful to watch. And then he scored, so he at least got a goal in this tournament. It might be, of course, his last tournament for Poland, we don't know. Maybe, certainly, I would say his last European Championships. If maybe he'll hang on for the World Cup, we don't know. He is like 35 now, I think. And I think it was Mbappe that scored for France as well, wasn't it? Was it also a penalty? I can't remember. But, so I said draw and I got 6 points for that. This match, oh my god. So we need to talk about Austria, guys. Austria are my favourite team in the tournament. By the way they play, they look like they're on like some medication that means they can run faster and harder for the longer. They're just so entertaining. And I think, no, Germany are the top scorers in the competition, but Austria scored quite a lot as well. They scored 3 in this one. It was 3-2, so the Netherlands lost. They didn't look up for the press. They looked bewildered, and they improved when Van de Ven came on in the second half. And Depay is obviously amazing. So yeah, it was a fascinating match. You know, Austria went 1 up, Netherlands equalised. Austria went 2-1 up, Netherlands equalised, and then Austria, absolute screamer from one of my favourite players for Austria at the moment, the ex-Man United loanee Sabitzer, stunning goal. And the thing about Austria, we'll look at the brackets a little bit later, but because they now won the group, because Poland did them a favour holding France, it means that they are on the easy side of the draw, and they are by far the most entertaining team to watch in the tournament, in my personal opinion. So I was thinking about it earlier, and I think they're at least going to get to a semi-final, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm sure the Turkish fans watching this are not going to like me saying that, but we'll look at our little round of 16 in a second, and at the end of the video we'll look at the brackets. So the Dutch are narrowly through in 3rd place, but people were saying to me before, oh, don't sleep on Austria, don't sleep on Austria. And yeah, no, you were absolutely right, well done. Oh my god, now onto the group of death, as in die of boredom. So another 0-0. between Denmark and Serbia. Not much to say about it. It was extremely dull. Serbia go out, Denmark go through. And another horror show, 0-0 from England. I said that they would do what they usually do and come through, but they just didn't. To the extent that they did a Wales at the end and booed their own manager. And there are, reports that some people were throwing plastic cups at him. And yeah, I think he's taken the hint. And all the BBC Sport website today is saying, well, there's one rumour, which is completely nonsense, that he's actually going to quit before their next match, i.e. in the middle of a tournament. But he won't do that. But I think the nail's in the coffin for him. I think his own words have come back to haunt him, where he said, I won't outstay my welcome. And I think that he's taken the hint now that although he's got a very good track record of getting them deep into competitions, which England was lacking for some time, what he hasn't done is given them entertaining football. And with such an amazingly talented group of players, it is a bit shocking. Harry Kane's playing terribly, Foden, even Bellingham. They're going to have to try and switch things up in the next match, particularly because Foden might not make it. He's gone home for the birth of his child, his third child. And yeah, I'm not that optimistic about England anymore. I still think they'll get, a little bit far in the competition. They're not going to get knocked out straight away, but they need to tread carefully because they got Slovakia next, and Slovakia have shown that they are a very organised team, and England might actually find them very difficult to deal with. I said this would be a draw. It was 0-0 in the end, and actually Ukraine were the better team, and Belgium were booed at the end of the game by their own fans as well, quite vehemently, much to the surprise of De Bruyne and the other players and the staff who went over to see their fans and then were just booed. Yeah, so it's a reoccurring theme, but I was reflecting on it this afternoon. I thought about, why is this happening? But, ticket prices are so expensive, and across Europe, particularly in the UK, cost of living is so expensive at the minute. There's not a lot of spare cash going around, and then you basically spend all your money going to watch your national team, thinking that they'd entertain you and bring you some joy. That might be your only holiday that year because you've saved up. You may have sacrificed things, gone without in order to have enough money to go. I was only reading earlier on about some Welsh fans that had booked just in case we got there, and when we didn't, they went anyway because they were like, well, I booked it all now, and I really want to go on holiday. It was my one holiday for the year, so I'm going to go to Germany for my holiday and watch some football matches, And these people are so passionate about their own country. They spent all that money, they've gone without, and then their country just is kind of like walking around the pitch and not really doing anything. And they're just frustrated. So I think I've never seen so many fans boo. There's the Wales booing their manager in the friendly, the two friendlies that we did really badly at before the tournament started. That was the first time I've seen Wales fans boo, but we didn't boo our players, we booed the manager only. We in fact made a point of clapping the players, and then when the manager walked forward we booed him. So yeah, we never take it out on the players, because ultimately the players are doing what the managers told them to do. So Belgium, another one that I said would do really well, hasn't. Feel sorry for Ukraine. They are the first nation in the history of the Euros, particularly since it turned into this new format of third place going through. They're the first team to have ever scored 4 points and not been able to go through. So there's a team that's gone through with 3 points. I think it's Slovakia. Oh no, did they win? Oh, we'll check it out later. We'll look at the second place teams. Maybe it's Slovenia who got 3. Yeah, I think it's Slovenia who got through with 3 points, and Ukraine got 4 points and didn't get through. It seems a bit harsh to me. Maybe they should changes was not the best. Third place is like the out of the 4 best scoring teams, because this group had everyone ended up on 4 points. It was goal difference in the end that separated them all. It's crazy. So I'm really sorry for Ukraine. They deserved to go through, particularly on the night. I thought they were better than Belgium, but it wasn't to be, and they are going home, unfortunately. Sorry. Slovakia, Romania, I said 1-1. It was actually a way more entertaining game than I was expecting. They both kind of went for it a point. The Romanian fans, in huge numbers, I cannot believe how many Romanian fans have travelled to Germany. They totally deserve to see their team go through for only the 2nd time in their country's history. And yeah, they're having a wonderful tournament, as lots of their fans said to me in the comment section a couple of months ago when I did my predictions videos. I've also been impressed with Slovakia, so well done to both teams. You are both through. And on to the final group then. I said 1-1. Absolutely atrocious display by the referee. The worst referee I've seen in this competition. Gave the Czech Republic 2 red cards. One was after the whistle went because there was a fight, but one was for 2 yellow cards within the first 20 minutes of the match to Barak, and it was extremely harsh. A lot of the decisions went Turkey's way, and the Czechs then started doing that thing they do where they just like fall to the floor. They were trying to get a player sent off for Turkey, so they were playing up as well. So it was great drama, but it wasn't a very good game of football. But all that sort of settled down in the last, I'd say, 20 minutes of the match, and then it became an end-to-end game, and they both scored, but then Turkey scored right at the end because the Czechs had to throw everything forward, similarly to how they did against Georgia. So yeah, Turkey are through with 6 points, 2 wins, so well done to them. And the Czechs, surprisingly, because I had them down as going through 2nd in the group, didn't really do that badly in the tournament, but they're out. So yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. And then the last match, wow, what a shock. So I said 3-0 to Portugal, knowing full well that Portugal would rest a couple of their best players for the knockout round, knowing that they were through already. But Georgia won 2-0, a penalty, which was a little bit harsh. And the opening goal by Kvara, he got his goal, which he deserves. I'm so pleased for him. So it doesn't harm Portugal that much, to be honest. But Georgia's very first. People were saying to me in the comment section before the tournament, oh, it's awful, that countries like Wales and Norway haven't made it to the tournament, but then Georgia gets in by the back door. They finished like 4th in their group, and they're in like Group C of the Nations League. Why are they there when other better teams aren't? Sweden isn't there, etc., etc. And yeah, they've actually shown everyone their manager Willy Sagnol is a mastermind, and I'm loving them. I'm absolutely loving them. So I'll be throwing my support behind them when they get into the knockouts. Okay, let's do this then. So prediction time. Switzerland, Italy. I'm not backing this Italy side. I'd love to, but no, this Swiss side is way better. I'm going to go for... I might even go for 2-0, because I just don't... I've said it. I said it before the tournament, and lots of you said to me, I said, Italy don't have a striker. And you said to me, no, they do, Scamacca. And I said, Scamacca's had a good season for Atalanta. He had an absolutely appalling time at West Ham. It depends on which manager he's got and what mood he's in. Even his own managers come out and say he's lazy. He's just that Scamacca. He's the West Ham version of Scamacca. So I am not... I stick to what I said. Who should we have to score the goal? I think Ndoye. I might even play my booster. I'm so sure that Italy are just... I cannot believe with Spalletti in charge as well that they're not doing that well. He hasn't had an opportunity to imprint his style on the team, it seems. Denmark will keep it tight, but Germany will win this. I don't think Denmark will score, though. Højlund has not looked like scoring. I think it'll be like 1 goal and then Denmark throw everything forward and they get a 2nd goal. Right at the end. Who's going to score, though? Is it going to be... Should we say someone from midfield? said Havertz and he didn't score the other day. Musiala. England, Slovakia. I think England will win, but Slovakia will take them like maybe late on in the game or even extra time, and it'll be super boring. So I'm going to say 1-0 if I can. England score first, and it's going to be something like, should we say Saka, or should I go left field and say, if he gets on the pitch, Cole Palmer? Because even for like a short time, he looked like a breath of fresh air the other night. Okay, Spain, Georgia. Georgia will keep it interesting. This game is going to be fascinating because Spain are, like I said, one of the best teams in the tournament. Arguably the best team because they've won all their matches. Portugal didn't, France didn't, Belgium certainly didn't. I'm trying to think who else. Germany didn't. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a better team. Austria nearly did, but didn't. So, yeah, technically Spain are going into this really high. I hope they don't beat them heavily. 24% of people saying 3-0. I don't think that'll happen. I think Georgia might even score, but I think that Spain will win. And it'll be, 85% possession to Spain. Should we say Torres to score? France, Belgium. They're both not really firing, are they? This would normally be mouth-watering, but I think it's going to be kind of boring. I think it's going to be like 1-0 to France. Kylian Mbappe penalty. And that'll be it. It'll be a bit boring. And watch it be like a 4-3 now. Okay, Portugal, Slovenia. Slovenia will try their best to keep it tight, but Portugal, apart from resting a couple of people and it backfiring against Georgia, have looked really impressive. So I don't think they'll hammer them or anything. Slovenia are too good for that. But I'm going for a 1-0. Do I say Ronaldo? He hasn't scored yet. And he looks like he really wants to score. Should we say Ronaldo? Romania, Netherlands. Now, Netherlands, obviously, another team not doing that well. And Romania are getting more and more comfortable the longer they go. I do think this will be tight, but I'm going for a 1-0 to Netherlands. I would not be shocked at all if Romania sort of start quite quickly and get a goal and the Dutch panic. And then Romania are hitting them on this quick break and, the Dutch are really panicking. But if it goes to plan, Depay, nice knockdown from Weghorst. I think they need to start Weghorst, to be honest with you. The team looks so much better when he's in the team. They've got a focal point. You can't play three wingers up front. It's just not working. And lastly, Austria against Turkey. Now, Turkey have done really well. Austria are, I've said before, my favourite team in this competition now. After the way they've played, they look fantastic. They're so enjoyable to watch. And I was reminded that Austria beat Turkey in a friendly 6-1 not so long ago. Turkey do have a dodgy defence, and if they were to go 1 or 2-0 down, I could see their heads dropping. Even their manager said that they've got a problem with their self-confidence. So, I'm going to say that Turkey do score. Maybe you score first, and then Austria do that thing they do, and they just run them ragged. Oh no, I want to say Turkey first. First player to score, should we say? I was so impressed with Badish. He was amazing. When Wales played Turkey, he played in the middle, I think. But they're playing him out wide on the right, and he is so fast and skillful. He's getting better and better with every game. Okay, I'm going to play my booster on Switzerland. Who would have thunk it? Okay, I'm briefly going to just change over to FootMob. So this app is FootMob. FOTMOB. And it shows us the second places. So yeah, Slovenia made it through with 3 points. Slovakia, Georgia and Netherlands were top. But as we can see, Ukraine finished with 4 and didn't make it through. And the knockouts, here are the brackets. So Spain, Georgia, the winner is against Germany. So what a quarter-final. Germany, Spain potentially. Portugal, I've said, will win against France. Another amazing, if France start playing better, amazing. I said that might be the final. So yeah, so that's going to be pretty good. And then all those teams that I thought would do really well are on that side of the draw. On this side of the draw, you've got Romania, Netherlands, Austria, Turkey. So I was saying that Netherlands will go against Austria, and I think Austria would win that one because they already beat the Netherlands once already. So then they would be in a semi-final. And then England would beat Slovakia, Switzerland would beat Italy, England against Switzerland. 50-50, let's say England, Austria. Austria would blow them away. I think Austria are going to make the final. And they're going to be against Germany or Spain. Whoever wins that one. Oh, Portugal will give them a run for their money though. Oh, I don't know, that side's so difficult. I've lost confidence in France, and I think England are lucky they're on this side of the draw. If they were over here, they'd be out almost immediately at the minute because their confidence is. But this gives them some opportunity to get some confidence back. But yeah, I'm calling it. I'm going to say Austria's going to make a final. You heard it here first. I've finally started to believe the Austrian. People commenting on their team. Wow, what tactics. Unbelievable. Keep it up. Okay, do you agree with me? If not, tell me in the comment section nicely, and give this video a like. Subscribe as well while you're at it, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye 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 bye.